And for everyone that's familiar, yeah, I opened and read the beginning. Read the beginning. And don't get so, I mean, it gets to the point, there's measurements, there's numbers, it continues with names, places continuously. They had to build this with this cubits, this meat. It's gonna later on, because you're gonna get so interested from reading it. Then it goes to what they had to start building and how they had to sacrifice 10 chickens, 5 goats, and it just labels what to do. And you may start getting like, man, this is a lot. I want to go back to like when they're doing stuff in the story. Like it may get like that, but that's just momentarily. Get through it. Don't My point is, don't stop. Read it. Trust me. I had to do, not had to, I read it, had the blessings of reading it in front of everyone. The whole thing. And it was the best experience in the world. The whole book. The book is the greatest book in the world. And that's why I want you to get, once you get familiar with the story, you'll understand even if you just start reading the beginning and you get really familiar with Genesis, I promise you, get familiar with Genesis. And if you did read anything past, like, you'll understand everything you read, because it doesn't go like that. That's the thing. That's the biggest thing about it. It doesn't go like how you're being taught. It's like we're taught to worship magic. We're not taught to worship God. It's like to believe in magic more than God. But to really know God is to worship Him. This is not Him, what we're doing. It's a little bit of Him, but because it's mixed with something that's not, the whole thing is corrupted. And that's the big thing. He may love your effort, but if it's not Him, you can't get mad at Him telling you that ain't Him. Jesus Christ Himself came to everybody that was already worshiping Him, believing He was what they were taught, until He came and said, that's not me. That's not true. And how can you worship something? Look at the prophets. Every prophet had to come before they knew of Him. So how can you worship someone that didn't show or do anything? That's what He was trying to teach you. If I had to come to show you me, how did you know me? And you didn't know of David until you met David. That's why He kept using that. You didn't know David until He came and showed you. That's what He was trying to teach you. So how can you worship me and know me if I'm not here yet? And I'm showing you now who I am. So of course what you thought may be wrong. And the mess of it is. Why? Because it's not me. I didn't do it. That's what He was trying to get you to see. And if you see His, you'll understand the structure of the Bible and the law. It's a way to do it and a way not to do it. But you gotta understand it's in front of you. So to mess it up or miss it and not get it right can only mean something else versus what I'm already showing you only. Someone else would have said this when you can clearly read it for yourself. That's the mix-up. So God becomes what you have heard, not what you were taught, meaning you learned it yourself. He would have told you Himself by reading it, not hearing what someone else's build-up of Him is. And then someone else's may be different. And then you get everyone's opinion versus if they would have stuck with what He showed them. They could have used the scripture of what they read, then say what He shows. Because it's not your opinion if He's giving you direction. You're just not saying God said it. Henceforth, your own mind came up with the thought. No, it didn't. When you read the Bible, He's going to teach you. That's the purpose of opening it. It's only His words. What you get from it, yes. And what you do normally, this is what I learned. I'm reading, like, how am I supposed to know this is true? Well, put in your mind what you think is what it means. And when you keep reading, God always explains what you just read. You just have to keep reading. So even if you're confused, He's going to answer it. The best thing is to keep that thought you thought was the answer. Then, when you keep reading, check and see if you were right. Then, when you really feel you got a connection with him and there's a voice, his spirit, his hands are leading you to understand, keep reading and see if what the voice you feel, the hand, see if God's spirit that taught you was really the answer. And to know that was him because the book told you what the voice told you. That's how you would know, and that's how you keep a connection with God. See, it's not about this religion, it's about the person that created you. And since you are alive, it's only you too. So it wouldn't be no need to send you off on some mission when you're alive and the person that made you is in front of you. It's only meant for you to find that person. All this do stuff, you guys got to get that comes after you found God. Because you wouldn't know what to do. And you sure aren't given wisdom enough to be able to follow it yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the desire. That's the desire. Find him. Okay, so here it comes. Watch this. Now look at what he tells them. Look at what he tells them. Son of man, speak to the children. Say to them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he see the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. Do you guys hear this? If they are slaves, victims, and oppressed at this time, and God says if the sword is to come into the land, whether it's an outsider or whether it's the person in control themselves, and you set someone to watch, and they blow the trumpet to give warning, the sword or danger, death is coming. Meaning God gave, see, this is why it's always important to follow God. God gave it. It's his structure. So if I put the city together and blessed the city to know me and told you to put someone in charge to watch, you do, they follow me, so you guys are all safe because you're listening. So you can live life. Nothing comes. He doesn't blow a trumpet. That means you were safe. Finally, he blows the trumpet, which under the spirit now, like the 10 Commandments, like putting the blood of Egypt. Pay attention to what I tell you. I'm not about to kill this man. I want you to listen. So when he blows the trumpet, not necessarily running, but securing yourself to be safe away from. Being aware, protecting yourself. Going somewhere then. But you refuse God's instructions. That's putting the blood on the wall. His protection is now you're safe indoors. Because whatever's out is going to get whatever he finds out. And I'm not going to stop it because the command was already set up for your people, your government, your kingdom. When the watchman blows the trumpet, that's warning something's dangerous. So that's the gift I'm giving you. That's me telling you the same thing. You see what I'm saying? Now it's the blood, but it's the trumpet. You see what I mean? Get into cover. If you didn't listen and he catches you and kills you, that's on you because you disobeyed the structure of what I just gave everyone to listen to. So that's how the slavery, you guys got to get as slaves living in danger. Look at the protection that enabled them to be safe. It's God wrapped into commandments. It's God wrapped into the law. It's God wrapped into how to protect yourselves. But disobeying that structure, that commandment, disobeying that foundation of how to do it, only put you, as if God told you to do something and you didn't, put you in danger of something happening to you now. And it's going to be your fault. So now anyone that's dead, it would have never happened because they obeyed him. Anyone that's dead would be someone that deliberately disobeyed God because everyone listens. So it's a way to scope out and find it. It's like the Passover. But you see, Egypt slaves, now they're slaves again. Isn't that something? The only difference, it was God that came in Egypt. This is a violent, evil person. So that's why it was a need to kind of hide. They didn't hide from God. They just listened to him. That listening developed the fear to always love him for what he's doing. Now you have an enemy. So let's keep watch. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. You see how I taught you? Wanted you to understand in your own mind God, then go to the Bible so that the Bible gives the answer. I'm telling you the truth. Did I not tell you the truth? See, that's how you're supposed to be taught. The Bible should back up what the person teaching you is saying. Remember that, because the Bible is the power. We're just learning it, trying to teach it. It's always going to be stronger than us. Us meaning the person teaching you it. We must obey the book. But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity. But his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. Isn't that something? Now that's something deep. That's something deep. If the watchman doesn't warn you, and he comes and gets you, it's at his iniquity. Meaning, if the person that killed you was bad themselves, because remember now, he doesn't know. He sees all these people. He's thinking, hey, God must not be with them, so I get to kill all these people. Do you blame him? See what I'm saying? So let me see this one more time. He is taken away in his iniquity. He is taken away in his iniquity. That one's deep. I need to get that one a little bit more. But his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So the watchman now had to kill the person. That's for sure. He would have to kill. So that makes sense. And if it's an army, he'd have to defeat the army. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them for me. Do you hear that? So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Now this what makes it deep. Even though it's Ezekiel, thou son of man, you must know he's talking about Emmanuel. He's talking about Jesus as well. Why? Because Jesus would have had to read this book himself when he was here and learn from his Father. Everything is dedicated to him. So that becomes even more deep when you read it in Jesus' eyes. When you read the Bible as someone reading it to take all the power and learn it, and he's special enough, he's about to do all these things. So when you read it like that with him, you'll really understand how God wrote it. That it's not just some book. It really is a story. It's a real story. Every page is connected. It's a story. It continues. You know what the story is, you guys? And you'll never get it. God created life, blessed Adam and Eve to be the first, but he also had a best friend named Lucifer, who turned his back on God, who gave him everything. So while everything is given to his best friend, including life itself, it gets split in two because now God doesn't want him on his side. But because of what he gave him, he still was able to reign on his side, just not with God anymore. Henceforth, wicked became an adaptation of personality. Everything's holy. He was once holy. Once he's not on that side, it created the advancement of another side, henceforth the bad side, which he ruled. Because of that in life, life was split from blessings, and him even under God taking care of Adam and Eve went against them. So because it's now like that, the goodness that we know always had another side, which was the bad that was able to start doing things against us. That's the truth of life. The split, which is only I loved him and he was my friend and he turned his back to hurt me. So life as we exist exists under those two parliaments. God loving us, this person always trying to hurt us, and God trying to free us from it. But he was able to have people. Cain killed Abel only to show how close he is. We're thinking some stranger, some person, some friend got hurt. You got to check. It was his own brother killed them. It starts in the home first. This world and everything, it's in the house. Every time something happens, it's usually in the house. First, that's the person that can get the closest to you. But it's who he would use is what the key is. It's who the devil would want the most. The person that's equal to you. Your brother, your sister, your cousin, your niece, your nephew, your auntie, your uncle, your mom, your dad. This is who he would use and try to make like your friend and everyone else, or a stranger, or the president, yes. But he would aim first at someone you loved and who loved you. Why? Because that's what he did to God. He was that close to him. So he's going to get the closest person to you, because that's what's going to hurt and work. That's what's going to do the most damage, like he did. He's looking for the one to hurt you the most. And it's going to be the person you love the most. Abel was his twin brother. So there was no one in life closest than the two of them. That's why he used them. So when you see the split in life, it remains as a whole today. Because he's able to, remember, he's not the good person. So he has to start the bad. His first start of bad was making Eve eat the fruit. So already God said don't eat it, telling her to eat it, to do something different. So when you see the different, that shift, right now, don't steal out of your mother's purse. You know that. But that voice will tell you to go do it and pave a way for you to get away with it squeaky clean for you. But you listen to it. Verse the voice that said don't. Love her, treat her with respect. Who knows, you may be able to put something in her purse. You know what I mean? So that voice will tell you to listen, while that other voice will tell you don't listen. So you already have remember, he came to her and said eat it, when God already came to her and said don't eat it. So that voice, and I use the example, everyone knows not to take money out of your mother's purse, but a voice will come and tell you take something out of her purse. And it'll tell you, hey, this is the way to do it. She ain't gonna know it. You're gonna be alright if you listen to me. So it's already tricking you. Then you have the voice telling you, don't do it. Love your mother. Do right. Maybe put some money in there for her. Don't take nothing out. Trying to tell you the right way. And it's like, what do you do? So you already have it in front of you. We just don't realize we listen to it more often than we knew it was even there and what it was. So that becomes the deep side, you guys, of how close he really is, if he got that close to her, and how close God really is, knowing he created it and doesn't want us to listen to him anyway. So you see what I'm saying? That's it. Right now, I can grab a gun and go shoot the first person I saw. Verse, I can go hug the first person I see. So, what becomes the difference? What's telling me something versus the reality of what would be the best thing to do? And it's always in front of you. 20. If that's the beginning of life, he's right there to do something like that. That means we can't take it for granted. God is always here, and the story is real, especially if we can see this bad person and what he clearly is able to do to everybody in the world. But that's it for now, you guys. I didn't even get to finish reading, but I do have to go. I will be back this evening. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, cuz, for coming. May God bless you. Bless your mother. I appreciate that. And yeah, I love everybody. Thank you, TikTok. Shouts out to TikTok. Shouts out to Bigo. Shouts out to Facebook. Shouts out to Twitch. Shouts out to TikTok. Shouts out to Kick. Shouts out to YouTube. Appreciate everybody. All the love. All the viewers. Like, subscribe, follow me.